It's been a great pleasure being at the TEDxBennettUniversity University today and talk about my experiences, talk about my career journey. I hope everyone can hear me, right? If there any, if no, if anyone has season issues, just let me know. So you already provided my introduction. I'll just talk about a few things which I want you guys to take away, uh, and that, and with that, I'll talk about my career journey. So, one of the important things I've learned in my life is never give up and keep looking for opportunities. Right? There'll be ups and downs, but stay focused. If you're not able to make out for one thing, then don't give up hope. There are enormous opportunities in the world. So just remain motivated, believe in yourself, and work hard. I mean, when I was young, I was preparing for engineering. I couldn't get through IITs. I couldn't get through any prestigious college. So I decided not to do engineering, and I took admission in Bachelor of Science. And I completed my BSc. Well, I was in the last year of my computer science. Uh, I actually joined a computer course. I didn't had much knowledge about computers then. It's back in 1999, I guess, or 2000. And those were times, where when the laptops weren't popular, the internet was evolving. But I mean, if you compare the kids nowadays, the 5 or 6 year old kid knows how to operate a laptop. Anyway, so I started learning basics of the computers. I started learning C, C++. I was pretty much impressed with the technology and the whole amount of gamut it brings in. I spoke to my teacher and said, "This is really interesting, but does it help you earn money? How much can I earn with this?" And the answer was that if you learn Java, you can earn 10 to 12,000 in Delhi. And I was like, wow, that's amazing, right? Something which is interesting and earns money as well. So great. So I did my master's in computer science from UP Technical University. Those were tough times. We shifted to Delhi. Um, the expenses in Delhi are huge. I used to take maths tuitions post my college. So travel the whole day from Mayur Vihar to Greater Noida and then come back, take tuition. So that was like 3 years how I passed. Uh, so that was tough time, but it went through. Uh, when I was in college, I used to stay with my friends in Sector 33. We used to come to Sector 16, just right in front of HL Technologies, and to have parathas at midnight. Those are lovely memories. And I used to tell my friend, you know what, this is the company I want to be in, right in front of the paratha stall. And Amazon, things like Amazon, Flipkart, they didn't existed at that point. Neither we had many investment banks. The top-notch companies were Infosys, HCL Technologies, and anyone who joined those companies, would proudly say that, oh, I work at HCL, I work at Infosys. So, so I said to my friend, "Oh, this is the dream company. बस एक बार यहाँ नौकरी लग जाए, life set." Okay, then what? Guess what? My first company was HCL Technologies. So what I wanted to tell you with this story was never give up, just keep looking for opportunities, right? In my current job and in my previous job, most of my colleagues and my team have been from IITs, they're passed out from IITs, they're passed out from IIMs. But now I'm at the same level. Even before, many years before, I was the same level as them. So that's all because of the hard work, the passion at the work, the curiosity to learn, right? So never give up, keep looking for opportunities, and you will succeed. The other idea which I wanted to present and instigate was always be curious to learn and learn more. Never let a hunger to learn settle down. When I was at HCL, I started getting interest in stock markets. Though I lost some money there, but the whole technology side of it, if you look at how the stock trading happens, the amount of trades which come into stock market, number of the volumes it handles, and prices change every second. So it was just astonishing. That experience of trading was astonishing, and I was like, "What's the technology behind it?" So that actually raised my curiosity. And I thought, let me join some other firm which actually gives me some exposure to investment banking. Back then, one of my friend was in Fidelity Investments. Uh, I spoke to him, and he told me that he has an opening in his company. I learned about stock markets. I learned about banking, and I joined Fidelity. I learned a lot about how do mutual funds work, how does investment banking work, and then I moved to Headstrong, which was a premier consulting firm for banking. And my motivation there to join was that one, I'll have I can have the experience for multiple banks by joining consulting company, because I can, for example, I can work for Morgan Stanley for a few years, and I can work for some other bank for a few years. So there was a lot to learn there. I learned a lot of technologies. I learned a lot of banking. Uh, I even moved to London for a couple of years, and I learned the whole different world there. But then I came back to India, and I joined City. I joined City because my hunger to learn about investment banking or stock markets wasn't over. Uh, I wanted to work something close to stock markets, real trading, and that's what actually City provided me. So I worked in City for 8 years. I took multiple positions there, and lately, in late 2018, I actually got attracted to the cloud technologies. If you look at tech companies today, they make billions of transactions, and I wanted to learn that how do they do that? What's the technology behind? Because the world is moving there. So that actually, with that, I actually made my mind that I should join a technology company, and that's how I convinced myself to leave investment banking, which was actually my love, and join a technology company. So I went through interviews of Amazon. They were tough to crack, of course, and I'm there now. So what I want to say is that always be curious to learn more and more. Never let your hunger to learn settle down. In today's world, which is very dynamic and fast moving, what is good is new today will be obsolete tomorrow, or maybe in 6 to 12 months. Who knew that there will be an iPhone which will be there back, say 15 years back, and then there will be another new version of it. But then once the first and the second new version came in, the expectations grew. And now you expect a new version from every product, not just from cell phone, not just from laptop, but even from car. You expect Hyundai to launch a new car every year, right? That's how the expectations of customers are growing. That's how the world is changing. So unless you learn continuously, you can't succeed. So that is the mantra which I want you guys to take. Always be curious to learn, ask questions, learn more and more. Another principle which I wanted to stress strongly is ownership. Uh, I would say ownership is something which which sets your desire to do things. Take ownership and think long term, think big. You may have some short term gains which you may have to sacrifice, but at the end, ownership and long term gains and thinking big will help you drive your goals for a longer future. Never say that's not my job, it's somebody else's job. I'm not in that role. Never let customers take a beat of someone not taking the ownership. If you see something is lying around, you may not be the right owner. You may not have that roles and responsibility to do that, but then pick it up, find out the right owner, and hand it over to the right owner. You may not have the expertise to do that job, so I'm not saying you do it yourself, but find out the right owner and don't let the things lying around, right? Don't let customers suffer. We are here in the industry for customers. In my career, I've taken a huge amount of ownership across my roles and responsibilities, and I've always set the bar higher for myself. And whenever I achieve that bar, I go and raise my bar again, right? I remember when I was with City, my leadership was looking for a manager role. Till then, I was an individual contributor doing programming. I was not into leadership, and I just joined City within 6 months. But I had taken done some tech lead sort of roles in my past, so I had that desire to be in the leadership role. I walked up to my manager and asked him that I know that you're looking for a manager for the team. Do you think I have the right skill set or I can do that job? Because I think I have that, but I'm not sure what you do think. I didn't get very satisfactory response at that point of time because they probably wanted to assess me. But I kept showing my leadership skills by taking ownership, by insisting on high standards, by raising the bar for just not for myself, but setting the bar for others as well. When you perform at a higher bar, you actually motivate others to do that, right? So that was being observed. My manager then walked up to me saying, "You have a small assignment. Can you run it end to end?" I did that, and after a couple of months, the manager walked up to me and said, we want to offer you the manager role for this team." I was quite happy, and I think I got that, and that's like 10 years back probably. I got that because I took that ownership. I insisted on high standards. I set up the high bar for myself and met, and that actually helped team to work on that high bar, and we collectively delivered good products, good processes, and services. So the takeaway I want to give you is that raise bar for yourself. Think long term, think big, take a lot of ownership, and feel proud in what you work. There's one other important aspect which I wanted to touch base on, and it is about earning trust and building relationships. So this is very important in today's world. It is very important to have connections. It is very important to have good relationships with people. When you are while you're in college or you are in at work in few years from now, listen to others and watch them attentively. Never treat anyone with disrespect. Treat everyone respectfully. It's okay to be self-critical at times when you think you're not correct, and even it is even better to appreciate others when you think someone has done a better job, right? So do that. There's always some learning you get from everyone. Even if there are people you don't like, you will see that there's some learning that you can take. In my past, I've interacted with multiple people. I had seen managers, my manager of managers, other leaders in the industry and outside the industry. Some of them are quite hard, some of them are quite tough, and some of them are quite gentle, soft. Uh, but I don't take everything blindly from them. I filter what I need to inculcate in my behavior. So watch out people's behavior, learn from them, take what do you think is important for you from that, and build on that. Build relationships, build trust. Once you build that trust and long-term relationships, they help. One thing which I wanted to tell about my relationship was I've never taken a job through consultant in my career. All my jobs, whether it was, I mean, of course, the first job was an offsite, was an off campus at HCL Technologies, but then Fidelity, Headstrong, City, and now Amazon, right? All of them have been through referrals. And how does that help? Because you have someone who's in the company, they know about the culture, they know about the work, they give you that comfort level that this is the right place, the skill set that you have and the work that is here, they're matching. I have seen this place, so you get that comfort. Get to know about the company a lot before you join, and that only happens when you have relationships with people, and that only happens when you earn trust with them. So that's very important. So these are the key things I wanted to tell about from my experience. Never give up and keep looking for opportunities. Always be curious to learn and learn more. uh, Never let your hunger to learn settle down. Take ownership, think big, think long term, set the bar, high bar for yourself, and raise the bar as you achieve the bar. Build relationships, earn trust with people, and learn from others. So those are things which I think I have helped me throughout my career, throughout my journey. And with that, I think that's what I wanted to convey today in this session. Thank you.